Hey, Big A, have you seen what the official Nutter Butter account has been posting recently on TikTok? I honestly have not kept up with the Nutter Butter TikTok, bro. I'm out of the loop, dog car. This is weird. 3.5 million views on this?
Nutter Butter, are you guys okay?
Yes. Yes.
Is this working? Zoomers, are you...
Nadia.
This is like the Gen Alpha version of when Wendy started using social media. I mean, this is not for me, but they are getting millions of views. Deep fried brain rot? Yeah, whatever works, I guess, for them. You know what I hate, dude? Is whenever any brand has a post go even slightly viral, you just look at the fucking replies and it's just brands all the way down. Sour Patch Kids puts okay. 5 Hour Energy says, not even sure what I'm supposed to do with this energy. Huggies. Lone Depot official says something. Cinnabon's got something to say. Revlon. Amazon Fresh. I hate this shit. I love all snacks. I'm such a snack fiend. Any snack gets me torqued. Someone coming by that I don't know and handing me a little bag of treats is like my greatest joy. How is that a Magic event? Magic the Gathering. It was like a tournament or something? You know, a bunch of people all getting their cards, cracking their packs or whatever. And I was like, damn, I'm hungry. Just kind of said it out loud. And one guy goes, I've got Cheez-Its if you want them. No, it wasn't Cheez-Its. It was like Wheat Thins. And he pulls out these little mini bags and gave it to me. Unopened bag. That guy was my hero. I love little treats. Little treats are what makes life worth it. Hey, A-Shark, what are your thoughts on the Hawk Tuah podcast being canceled early? Let me know, gangster. This affects my life a ton. I don't know if I can continue without Talk Tuah. Did Talk Tuah get canceled? I don't think so. Talk Tuah is not canceled. It's going strong. Never disrespect Talk Tuah in my presence. Thriving. If anything, it's thriving. You're just jealous. You sound jealous. Can I be honest? You sound jealous. You need to talk to a therapist, bro. Get your fucking jealousy figured out. Can you do a Marketing Monday on the rise of the Hawk Tuah girl? Bro, what is with the re-rise? Hawk Tuah was a funny meme. Well, it was a meme. And then it became cringe. And then it became ironically funny. And now we're at, even after that, we're at people that are just extremely late to it being ironically funny. Now they are late to the ironically funny, but they're still, it's like people that were doing Sigma now, dude. They're just way late. Pobelter got banned because he was playing Rise and split pushing and said Hawk Tuah spit on that lane. There's absolutely no way that's the reason he's permanently banned from Twitch. I don't believe it. How valuable is company culture? Might have to choose between 90K with a fantastic culture or several times more will probably be hell. It's a tough ass question, bro, because 90K is good. 90K is a good salary. And if you got a great culture, people you love, that could be good. But several times more makes me think you should always take the second option. Unless it's like terrible. Salaries compound. The salary you get at your last job is like a good predictor of what you're going to get at your next job. And I'll tell you my personal story is that, you know, I was offered a job at Blizzard and at NVIDIA at the same time. And this is Blizzard pre all controversy. So it was like the golden era of like everyone wanted to work there. And I had friends that worked there too. And they were telling me, come down to SoCal, come to Irvine, come to Blizzard. It's a blast. We play games at the office. The culture's really fun. They put everybody's name on the wall when they get here 5-10 years. You get a sword. You know, it was like, I'm not kidding when I tell you, every single person in my life told me to go to Blizzard, including my parents, including my fiance, Ari, at the time. And NVIDIA was in San Jose where I had no friends, boring, no culture, Man Jose. They were like the same salary, but NVIDIA had these stock options, first of all, and I didn't know how much they'd be worth, but I was like, that's something. My boss was just more serious. He was more serious. And I was like, you know what? I kind of want to learn and get better. I feel like I'm still young enough to like improve. And it ended up being like, obviously the way better choice. So I'm just telling you, like, think about it more. Don't just go with the fun culture in the short term. Did you bring a physical folder of your work when you applied at NVIDIA? I showed up and I did 2 middle fingers right in Jensen's face. Do you miss the structure of a corporate gig? I miss sometimes getting in meetings with other motivated, smart people wearing button downs and talking about something serious for a few hours. That's fun. You know, I don't know that I have that outlet in my life anymore, but I don't miss NVIDIA around launches, which is it's a very difficult place to work. Very extreme hours, long meetings, back-to-back 3-hour meetings. You know, I get up at 7 and there'll be like a 7:30 call with China. and then you have to stay till like 7 p.m. to call with Europe or whatever. You know, it was like all that stuff's a pain. You know, streaming is the hardest job in the world, so obviously I do miss it every day. I wish I had an easier job, but what are you even talking about a 3-hour meeting? Bro, that's a great question. The way a 3-hour meeting would work at NVIDIA is it's a lot of people. So there'd be like 20 people in this meeting, and they all have to give a status report or an update or something, and you can't leave. You're not needed for the whole meeting. You're only needed for your one little part, but you have to be there the whole time. You have to sit there and wait. And sometimes your name will get called, or someone will be like, Brandon, what do you think about that? It's like if I have not been paying attention, somebody's rambling for 30 minutes about their topic, and then they go, what do you think, Brandon? It's a very inefficient way to do something, but they would do that especially around launches, because they want everyone to be on the same page, especially executives, to know what's going on with everything. What would frustrate me is like you'd have to have a lot of meetings about the exact same thing with different higher ups, because they're all nervous about it. Like if you're spending money for the company, let's say we have a $500,000 budget for an ad campaign. Everybody wants to know about it. Everybody, you have to explain the same thing over and 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 over. That's the idea, right? So, but now I do that with chat. That's so true. Wait, it's not any different. I was answering the same questions. Wait, I changed nothing. My life is a fucking loop. Have you played Hades 2 yet? Are you joking? I played Hades 2 during the height of the Kendrick Drake beef. I was getting 7.5K viewers talking about Kendrick Drake, and then Hades 2 came out, and I went dead silent, non-verbal for 48 hours. Played Hades 2 live while yelling at chat the whole time. Went down to like 1.2K people, and I beat it. It was based. It was badass. Dude, I might have been the first streamer to beat it. I'm not kidding. How is rock climbing going? I quit it. I might go back, but I think it's basketball, bro. I just like it. I like basketball, and also like I've never played a sport and then watched it. I'm enjoying watching basketball, like highlights and clips, and because I play it now, because you can see how hard it is. It's like more impressive to me. I always knew Steph Curry's good, right? But you don't really understand how fucking incredible, how incredibly difficult it is to do what he does until you've tried to shoot a 3 in a game and you realize, wow, this is insane. He's shooting from a farther distance. Incredibly athletic people are trying to guard him, and it's so impressive. It's so impressive. Except for Snazzy Boy, who thinks, I can't relate, I find it easy. You find what Steph Curry does easy. You watch him and you go, nah. How much would you pay to be able to dunk for 24 hours? Like $500. Yeah, $500. If I could show up to the next week's game and I just start dunking on everybody, that'd be worth $500 easily. I film a YouTube short as well. In fact, I'd pay a rack. I'd pay a rack, dude, because I can make money on the short. If you could go pro in any sport or video game, regardless of difficulty, what would you choose? This is a good question, icebreaker. If you're ever hanging out with people and you want to have an icebreaker question, ask them like, if you could be the best in the world at anything, what would you choose? Something like that. And you always hear, you get to hear a lot of interesting thoughts from people. But then there's always some guy who says this. It's like, cool, bro. There's always someone who's like, which one has the highest earnings per person? And then, you know what? That also tells you something about them. I don't even know what I'd want right now in this stage of my life. But like, if I could go back and have been the world's best League of Legends player, and it could have had like an American or North American team be a serious contender at Worlds, and like I'm up there playing with Faker, that'd have been cool. That'd have been sick. If you're not talking about money, then I really don't know. It would change my life so much. You know, like if I say I want to be the world's best tennis player or something, then my whole life becomes tennis. And now I'm traveling to tennis events all the time. And I'm like, obviously it's worth it from an ROI perspective because you make so much money and be world famous and all that. But like, it'd be so different. It wouldn't be me. You also have to ask how it works because, okay, does the magic spell make you the best in the world right then? But then if you don't practice, you're going to lose it? Or are you the best in the world forever? If you may be the best in the world, I don't know, tennis player tomorrow, I wouldn't know how to maintain it. I'd keep eating Chipotle burritos all the time, double steak and guac, and I wouldn't practice as well, and I would lose my top spot. If you could meet one world leader, who would it be, past or present? Probably Xi Jinping. Not to call you out, Xi, but I would love to have a combo with Xi Jinping, unironically. The way that Tucker Carlson had that sit down with Putin, I think it'd be so funny if I got a What's Up Beijing interview with Xi Jinping.